Well, hello out there. Welcome to Reach Out Recovery. All right. I want you to take a deep breath with me. Okay. So let's breathe. All right. Now imagine this: turkey carved, family loud. People are laughing, talking over each other. The energy is buzzing, and you are actually there. You're clear, you're grounded. You're not thinking about whether it's too early for your next drink or if anyone noticed you refilled your glass again. You're not in your head, not dissociating, not numbing, not coping. You are present. Today, we are talking about what a sober Thanksgiving can feel like. Not from that perspective of judgment, shame, morality, or rules, but from self awareness, joy, and empowerment. Let's rewrite the holidays together. And I will bring up my co host, the wonderful, amazing, best selling author, Lindsay Glass. Hi, Lindsay.
Oh, hi. I'm a
Hello.
best-selling author now. I'm so excited.
I know, isn't that great? And you're also the founder of
Reach Out Recovery.
Recovery. That's
Yeah.
right.
So this
So
is a perfect topic for us.
I think so. And, you are the expert in recovery. I'm just here, kind of curious about recovery. I've always been curious. I did have my little bout with alcohol, but I can quit at the drop of a hat. I haven't had a drop in years. So, but you are the one that went through the recovery process. So let's start with section one, and you're going to lead this conversation because, again, you are the expert. So let's bring segment one, and it is why holidays and drinking are so linked.
So it started at the beginning of time that holidays and drinking are very, very linked. So there's nothing new about the idea of wanting to celebrate and using mind-altering substances to do that. So holidays especially have become socially coded with alcohol.
Hmm.
Celebration often equals drinking, and not in some cultures, like many, many cultures. There are actually only a few cultures that don't include drinking as part of their celebrating process.
Really?
So you
What are
really
those? Do you
religious
know?
communities, countries where alcohol isn't legal, places like
Okay.
that. But more often than not, America, Europe, South America, drinking, Australia, drinking is huge. And
Yes, it is.
even if
I'm from
you look at
Argentina, so yes, it is huge.
the supermarket, I was at the supermarket this week and all of the eggnogs are showing up and seasonal drinks. And that, believe me, that's super triggering for me. I love a seasonal drink.
Really?
So, but here's the reality of it. Even though we've been trained and really wired both by our culture, our families sometimes, and by society to
Mhm.
believe that, all of this joy and all of this connection comes through drinking, it doesn't. That is actually kind of a myth. So, alcohol doesn't even come close to creating joy. What alcohol does is it suppresses the prefrontal cortex, which is the part of the brain that is responsible for emotional regulation, empathy, memory, and self awareness. And this is science. It comes from the National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism.
Mhm.
And if you are a drinker, you might think about the fact that sometimes you drink and like you're in a good mood and the
Yeah.
drinking brings you into an even better mood.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're in a bad mood and you drink and it does the opposite. So drinking really only enhances what you're going through already, in my opinion.
Oh, that's very interesting. I love that.
So it's not a reliable joy in a glass. It's just not.
Mhm. Yeah,
Um,
that's true. And let me tell you, I was watching a little tape back when I drank a little bit of like red wine, and a
mhm.
friend taped me because I was just so stupid. This is what I was saying, but like stuff that you should not be saying out loud. I was just
Yeah.
like, I'm telling you what's happening. And it was just like, wow, damn. All the times that I've been at like parties or on days. Can you imagine? I don't even, unless you watch yourself, you don't understand what you're doing, right? Is that true?
I think it's very true, and I also think what it can do is create a false sense of closeness with the people you're with. So,
Yes.
they joke about girls in the bathroom at the bar, but suddenly you're best friends, but trust me, you're not calling that girl the next day. You're humiliated. You can't believe the things that you said. So often what we consider this relaxing, letting loose, it's not being present and connecting. It's actually numbing yourself, it's
Mhm.
disconnecting from the moment, and it's reducing our capacity to be emotionally present with the people we love.
Exactly. Agreed. Agreed. So, and it says here that the discomfort that we're avoiding isn't external, it's internal.
Absolutely. I mean, so many people say that alcohol is a coping mechanism. And
Yeah.
when you apply that to the holidays, think about how anxious you might be going into a family event.
Right.
The sibling you don't get along with, the mom who picks on you, the dad who's critical, or
Yeah.
maybe, the dad who's already three sheets to the wind.
Oh Lord. Yes. Or the
So,
crazy uncle like
yeah,
drinking and being
so you have
stupid.
this
Yeah.
idea, the crazy uncle.
Mhm.
I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna drink and it's gonna, relax me and make me feel better. But actually, it's just sort of adding to the chaos. It's adding to your own, in some ways, I think, isolation ultimately. It's a
Mhm.
false sense of security.
100%.
So, yes, I agree. It's literally stepping away from yourself,
Yep.
not stepping inside of yourself. So, if you
100%.
want a reflective question,
Yes.
for you, for the audience, for anybody who might be worried about this, like what part of the holiday gatherings do you feel you need to numb from? Is it the walking in the door? Is it the sitting at the table listening to your relatives talk about their political views?
Oh yeah, that's
Is it
very
being
triggering.
asked about your marital or
Oh
children's
my God, that
status?
is so triggering. It's like, shut up, let me be single.
Right, those are
And
the
no
questions.
kids for me, thank you very much. It's like, but you have to explain all that. And that is very annoying and very triggering. And yes, that's why people drink during Thanksgiving.
Absolutely.
And it's
Absolutely.
when you're present with your family, it's not like, if you live in another state, then you're gonna kind of like do a phone, relationship. But then when you're in person, it happened to me a lot. And when I went to Argentina for the holidays, it's like, emails and phone, okay. But when I was there, holy moly, I mean, wow. Yeah, it was intense.
Yeah. Well, you're
Definitely.
kind of like leading me directly into our next segment, which is, so if you want me to just jump in, do you want me to talk about my first sober Thanksgiving really
Please
quickly?
do. Take the
Okay.
stage, girl. Yes.
So here's the stress of your first sober Thanksgiving. We have something in recovery called sober reference. And what sober reference means is once you've done something, you know that it's going to be okay. So once you get through a holiday sober, you have that reference to be like, okay, I got through it, it went really well. But the first time you don't.
Mm,
So you're walking into a season where, everyone else may be drinking. They've made prepared cocktails for the day that, and they're just handing them out. And even relatives that know you've stopped drinking, they don't understand. So they're like, but can't you have a glass of wine? Can't you have an eggnog? And you really have to be prepared every time to be like, no, I cannot have anything with alcohol in it. So, one, you feel, I remember feeling so anxious about being okay throughout the meal
yeah.
because I was worried, this is going to trigger me, that's going to trigger me. And in the old days, I had something to cope. And now, you're newly sober, you don't have anything to cope. You maybe have some tools you've learned in, treatment or recovery, but they're not intuitive.
Right.
So, you really are in this state. So I just remember being very anxious, feeling very on the spot when people ask me questions that felt
Yeah.
at all personal. Sometimes you've been in treatment or your life has gone a little bit off the rails and they're asking you, so where's the boyfriend and the job and the whatever? And you're like, well, I'm working a data entry job. My husband left me and, so you're just kind of in this. But here's the thing. I got through it. And what I learned then, which is what we carry through it forward, is that, alcohol was keeping me separate from these people.
Yes.
And when I'm actually present and not thinking about my next drink or how I'm going to be okay, I'm
Mhm.
able to engage with them, ask them questions, be the relative they want me to be, actually engage, actually listen to what they're saying. And honestly, you just become more interested in other people. So the clarity that came to me, it brought warmth and connection and the
Mhm.
understanding that alcohol was not the source of my joy in holiday experiences
Yeah.
was huge. So, the takeaway, I know it sounds a little cheesy, but I didn't just survive the holiday. I actually felt like I had a new holiday, a new
Oh,
experience.
nice. Nice. Like a new holiday that but you had to learn how to deal with it. So you've had several Thanksgivings now, right?
Yes, many, many.
So is it getting easier?
Oh, it's wonderful. It's my
Okay.
favorite. I so look forward to it. Are you kidding? We were already planning the menu. Now, luckily, my family is all dry now.
Oh,
So
nice.
we have a dry holiday. If we have
Beautiful.
guests who want to drink, there's probably something in the house we can offer, but it is not a
Mhm.
heavy drinking crowd, and they know that we're not drinking. So, no, I look forward to it. It's really about the food and
Yes,
the experience now. It used to be about the drinks and getting through it, and now it's about how do we create an experience that everybody's going to like and like the real things of Thanksgiving, gratitude for what you have,
right.
love and warmth for the people you care about. When you're, not out of your mind and fighting with people, you're able to really lock into those important qualities of Thanksgiving.
Absolutely. 100%. All right, let's go to you're the founder of Reach Out Recovery. So I want to show a video about Reach Out Recovery. So let's see. I'm getting better at doing this. So
Oh, good. I'm glad I don't have to do it.
I know, I know. I'm just
Not
here.
getting along with your mom or your daughter, it's a unique kind of heartbreak. The strain can seep into every corner of your life. Your peace, your confidence, your other relationships can all suffer. The silence on holidays or days like Mother's Day, it's deafening. But healing is possible. I know because I've done it. And if reconciling isn't an option, healing, relief, and understanding are still possible for you. My book, The Mother-Daughter Relationship Makeover, offers 4 transformative steps to guide your journey. With revealing your backstory, you can uncover the roots of your relationship dynamics. With exploring your emotional and behavioral landscape, you can understand the patterns that shape your interactions. With discovering your triggers and repairing the damage of trauma, you can identify pain points and learn strategies for healing. And in step 4, you can either commit to the relationship you want or the new life you want by defining and pursuing the connection you aspire to have. See, here's the thing. No matter what your story, you deserve happiness and healing. And this book and 4-step process will help you get there.
All right. So let me put us back in. There we are. Okay, I'm getting better, aren't I?
That was great. That was perfect.
Okay, good. It was smooth. Fake it till you make it. I'm
That's
telling you. All right. So let's go to segment number 3. We have some listener/fan stories. I would like to read some of them, if that's okay.
Please.
Um, Awesome. So the first one is, we call it the first clear conversation. And it's a fan is talking about remembering every word of a conversation with their grandmother and realizing how precious presence is when time is limited, which is what you were saying, right? Like you're present now, you're that person that's asking questions, and you cherish the moments that you spend with your family versus like getting completely numb and not knowing what the hell's going on, right?
You're right. Yeah, exactly.
I love it. So, okay, we have another story. The family doesn't know what to do when you're not drinking. Another fan shares how choosing water over wine made people uncomfortable because it reflected their habits back to them. Ooh, we discussed. Okay, so let's discuss actually
Okay. This
projection
is
and
huge.
identity. Yeah, this is very big because it's in life in general. When you do something and you reflect on people, we're all mirrors of each other. So when you're sober and everybody else isn't, so how did your family react when that happened to you? When you were sober and yeah, a lot of people were not.
It's absolutely true that at the beginning, my sobriety was like a mirror on other people, and even to the point where, I got sober the first time when I was very young, and I had to go back to college. And I distinctly remember being at parties, and I'd walk in the room and people would leave.
What?
Yeah, yeah. And it was really like heartbreaking for me at the time. Now, my family has their own recovery story. So I'm really grateful to say that they found their way. What I would speak to more of is going to parties. I
Right.
can't tell you how many parties I go to in this day and age. I have been doing this for decades, and people will still be like, "Do you want a glass of wine?" And
Wow.
I
They didn't get the memo. What's happening?
I think there's some disconnect. I don't know what it is,
Yeah.
but if everybody's doing it and you're not doing it, it's kind of a problem sometimes. So, some people are better at this than others, but I would absolutely say if you are somebody who is trying to be sober in a drinking family or a drinking community, I have all the compassion in the world for you because it's not going to be easy.
Yeah.
Your family's not going to like it. Nobody likes looking like a drunk.
Exactly.
Or having it highlighted that your life is going better now because you're not drinking and
Yeah.
they're over there, unable to put the glass down. So no, I think it's huge. And I think you have to have a lot of coping mechanisms in that moment to be able to have a little bit of detachment from those people
Yeah.
and know that their discomfort has nothing to do with you. It has to do with their own feelings about their own drinking. So, you know, grain of salt kind of stuff.
100%. So we have another story, very short. And she's saying, I was afraid I'd be boring. Turns out I'm hilarious sober. So confidence apparently isn't from alcohol. It's from being yourself, being authentic. If you're funny, you're going to be funny sober. Actually funnier, because with alcohol, it's like when you smoke certain things, like you think you're like super smart.
Right.
Then if you tape the conversation, it's like,
Not so much.
what? Yeah,
But how many comedians get sober and just thrive? I mean,
yeah.
it's so
Well, the thing with
because
comedians is like they offer you free drinks, and
right.
sometimes they pay you with
In
drinks for the
drinks.
ticket, and so it's very easy
It's tough.
yeah, it's tough. Absolutely, a lot of my colleagues have become sober, and yeah, they're not struggling, but it's a whole different person. It's
Yeah,
incredible. Like they
absolutely.
were, and so one of them was insane when he was like on substances. Insane, like, and mean. He's still mean. He's kind of like a roaster. But
He's not invited to Thanksgiving.
yeah, no, he's so mean. But anyway, let's go to, I know you're in a time crunch. So let's go to segment number 4, the science of presence. Go ahead and take it over, girl, because this is your thing.
Okay. So again, we dipped into it earlier, but while we tend to think that, alcohol is going to help us connect to other people, the reality, the truth is that alcohol suppresses your emotional processing.
Mm,
Okay, so just like stop and think about that for a quick second.
yeah,
That means the minute you're under the influence, you're acting on something,
yeah.
impulses, but it's not emotional processing. So
Oh,
whether yeah, so whether it's the experience of thinking you like somebody in the evening that you've been drinking with all night, and then in the morning you're like, wait a minute, or
yeah.
drinking your way through a Thanksgiving and not being able to remember it the next day. I mean,
Wow.
I ask anybody who's gotten sober what their holidays were like before they got sober, and they probably won't be able to tell you other than it was complete chaos.
Wow.
But they won't be able to tell you about bonding moments they had with other family members during that time. So, the science of presence really talks about the fact that sobriety is what allows for co regulation and relational connection.
I see.
So, what that really means is it's when you're sober, when you're present, when you're able to engage in conversations, be there for somebody, listen to them, have them listen to you. That is when relational connection actually happens. And
Yeah.
it's also your body is able to kind of regulate it better. There was something in the research we did for today that was about nervous system states, and it got a little complicated, so I didn't want to get too into it. But a lot about it, what it's talking about is, when you're present in a space, you want to feel safe. Um, and part of feeling safe is about regulating your body in healthy ways and not just pouring alcohol or anything else on it, which is kind of just pouring fire on the flames,
Yeah. Yeah.
gasoline on the fire. So the other thing is gratitude, real gratitude, not just saying what you're thankful for at dinner, but having a gratitude practice and
Mhm.
actually practicing it for weeks or months will increase your dopamine and serotonin naturally.
It's unbelievable. Yeah, like I do that every morning. Like, thank you, but I really mean it. You have to really think it and feel it for anything you do in life. They have to, your brain and your heart have to be aligned.
So
So, yeah,
that leads us into the takeaway from this piece was presence literally feels better than disassociation. So
absolutely.
once the nervous system learns safety,
Hmm.
it doesn't suit it to constantly be disassociating yourself
Absolutely.
from your own thoughts, from your own feelings, and from the people around you.
Yes. All right. We're going to have a little commercial break. We call it commercial break, but we're going to call it a video. So I wanted to let you know, guys, I have Patreon. It's patreon.com/ the state of Grace Fraga. And we're going to have a little bit of comedy, little clips of comedy. So here you go. Grab a glass, sit your mistakes down, honey, and let's see if they're your soulmate or your symptom. So remember that a woman must be complimented, right, Ashley? She loves the compliments that I give her. And you must say things like, you have lit me up like a bolt of lightning from the sky that starlights the house. Ready for some tips that are as bold as my lipstick and as sharp as my wit? Like Priscilla, they call me the seer that doesn't see. But I see, I see. I don't see that much.
Hey there, golf lovers. It's your favorite unicorn with a horn for golf and a mind for mischief.
So he's saying to rub around them. Okay, is this correct, Jose? Is it okay?
Yes, perfect. You're the best, Grace. Oh yeah, keep going, keep going.
All right.
That's funny. I think it's laughing.
Yeah, that's all my characters. And I have more.
Your YouTube is doing really well.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Usually,
big kind of a big deal when your YouTube does well. So good
I
on you.
know.
I'm
I'm very
lazy, but you're so committed.
Oh, I am committed. Yeah, definitely. And the trick is to do a lot of lives. And I
Mhm.
actually love doing lives, but on my phone. Those are the ones that get a lot of play.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a lot of fun to do that. And you get, trolls, which I love dealing with trolls because they increase your algorithm. They help you with
Oh, really? Because
oh
I
yeah,
don't,
yeah,
when
yeah.
they come up, I'm like, oh, don't make me feel bad.
Oh, honey. They're
When I
like,
talk to them, they'll
you
be
know,
like, sometimes they'll be like, you're cute. Talk about something cool. I'm like,
I know, I
because I'm like talking about like trauma recovery or
know.
recovery. They're like, stop talking. Just look
Yeah.
pretty. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, talk about gaming or some shit like that.
Yeah.
I know. You have a lot of kids. It's funny. This is off sidebar right here. But it's so weird. My character Belle, Belle from the South,
Yeah.
and the kids love her. And I don't know how they get, I think over 12 they can get in. I have lots of kids from everywhere in the world, and they're like, oh, Auntie Belle, and they ask me questions. They ask Belle questions, and can you adopt me, Auntie Belle? Can you be my mommy? Oh, it's so cute.
You know what's funny though? You want to know what like I kind of feel like the sad underside to that is? There's so many young people that need real guidance.
Absolutely.
Oh
And
my
that's why
gosh.
I toned down Belle. And Belle talks about, I used to talk because she was married 5 times, divorced 5 times.
Right.
So we used to talk about like love and all that. Now I'm like keeping it super clean for the kids,
Yeah.
because I know there's kids coming in. And you can be funny clean too. It doesn't, you don't have to be dirty to be funny, to be honest.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So yeah, so it's a lot of fun to do lives, and just I'll tell you how to deal with the trolls.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to get back to how to actually have a sober Thanksgiving?
Yeah, why don't we do that? But we're still keeping people interested. So it's
Great.
okay. Oh, we have some comments. Let's see. Oh, betrayed by sins. Thank you, my love. Thank you for being here. You're always so supportive. I appreciate you so much. So okay, so let's do let me see. Should we move to the next segment?
Yeah.
All right, segment 5
Yeah.
is going to be how to actually have a sober Thanksgiving. And you're going to give us practical tools, right?
Yeah, I'm going to jump into this. Okay.
Okay.
So, the trick to going to any event, holiday or other, as a sober person or a newly sober person is to be prepared. Be
Mhm.
prepared for everything. So, have a few scripts ready. That's number one.
Okay.
Reasons why you're not drinking, reasons why you need to leave early, anything you're feeling anxious about. Don't wait for it to come up in the moment. Be prepared. So, something like, I'm not drinking tonight, but I'm excited to be here. I have something early in the morning. I'm taking medication. I can't mix. I just want to be fully present this year.
Mhm.
Whatever will protect you in the way that will keep you feeling comfortable and safe in whatever your situation is.
Yes.
Um, then there are the actual tools, and I'm going to throw in even a few more than are on our list. So, absolutely bring your own drink if you want to make sure that you have something that you enjoy drinking. There's
Yeah.
nothing worse for me than getting somewhere and they're like, oh, don't worry, we've got sparkling water. I hate sparkling water.
Oh no.
I'm like, it's just, I'd rather have tap water than
Oh
sparkling
wow, that's
water.
hardcore. Really? That's how much you hate it?
Yeah. So, if you are gonna feel annoyed not
Yeah.
having something you like to drink, bring
Yeah.
it. It's not a big deal at all. Number
That makes
2,
that makes
sorry.
total sense. Like I'm vegan, and sometimes people will not make vegan stuff for me. And so I take some of my own stuff, or I eat vegan stuff before I go to the party. So it's kind of like a
Exactly.
similar concept.
Exactly. All right, so the next is kind of like your toolbox, and they're just a set
Okay.
of things. So, the first one I'm gonna put in that we didn't even put on is bookend. And what bookend means, whether you have a sponsor, a friend, a family member, call somebody before you go
Okay.
and have them expect a call when you're done and going home. And it's an accountability measure. It's so that you have to check in with somebody. It's so
Mm,
you have the comfort of knowing somebody's thinking about you while you're there,
yeah.
and then you can process the event at the end.
Yeah.
Um, you need like not only exit strategies, but if you are feeling triggered, If you feel that heat rising, we talk about this all the time.
Mhm.
Things are escalating. You need to be prepared to step outside,
Yeah.
make a call, check on the dog sitter, whatever it is. Again, come prepared with
Yeah.
whatever you need to get you out of the situation. Then, and this is for building a better future for yourself, notice what triggers tension for you. You know,
Good one.
the whole point of this, Grace, is not just to get through it, but be able to say, okay, when people ask me about work, that's when I feel anxious. Or is it the conversation that they're talking to me about? Is it their tone? Or is it the old roles? So we get with family, and it's like we all become children again.
Yeah.
We all just fall back into the roles. Suddenly, your older brother's teasing you. You're teasing your mom. Dad's being like, "Be quiet," and this is the stuff that can automatically make you feel infantilized. So just pay attention. You don't have to announce. I learned a lesson today. I think my mom's probably listening. Um, when you have a tough moment with somebody,
Mhm.
you don't always have to announce your reasonings for everything. Sometimes
Ah.
saying, "Hey, you made me feel bad," and just going, "I'm sorry," is enough.
Mhm.
Like, maybe they did something that triggered you a little, maybe, but, like, what we're trying to do is the good of the whole, the good of the group, the good of the holiday.
Yeah.
So, pay attention and be prepared to both calm yourself down, but also if you're upsetting somebody else, it's okay to say, I don't need to win at this moment. Even
Mhm.
though I think I'm right and my brother irritated me and I want to punch him in the face, like the right thing to do right now is just to de escalate and get through this moment.
100%. Yes. All right. Well, before we go to the next segment, I wanted to show a video, which is the merch that I have called "Joy Is My Jam," which is appropriate for this time, this topic too. All right. All right. Okay. So let's jump to segment number 6, which deals with identity shift. Who am I without the drink? Oh, I want to hear all about this. Go ahead, girl.
Oh, you want me to jump right in?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, you're the expert on this. Listen, I'm just adding some little stories and some little feedback as a non recovery person.
Okay. All right. So this is always a huge thing, right? Because when you've been a party person, when every day has been about cocktail hour, it is a huge identity shift.
Yeah.
And if you really felt that alcohol was part of your lifestyle and part of your personality, you could feel really lost without it. And that's normal. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But here's what we want to get into, because this is kind of the deep part.
Okay.
In the old days when we're drinking, what alcohol really does for us, in a way, it gives us permission to relax, right? Like, oh, what a day. I'm going to have my drink. I'm going to relax
Yes.
and calm down. Okay. It's permission to be expressive. People drink on dates. It allows them to get flirty. It allows them to lose that
Mm.
inhibition. People drink at parties. And then suddenly somebody who, you might think is a little bit shy is going, "Oh my God, I love your hair." And you're like, what is happening? And it's like,
Yeah.
well, Nancy's had a couple. And, it also, and this is the big one, it kind of gives you permission to be imperfect.
Ah.
Okay, so think about it. When we're going through our lives, when we're working, and you're a professional person on camera,
Yeah.
the need to be perfect on stage, when you're performing, when you're giving advice in any way, it can be very, very overwhelming. And alcohol does. We talked about it at the beginning. It suppresses makes your brain do things it doesn't normally do. And suddenly you're not thinking straight.
Yeah.
So you're friendlier. You're allowed to show your feelings in ways that maybe you weren't before. And when we talk about permission to be imperfect, well, maybe there's somebody at the holiday party you have a crush on. And
Oh,
suddenly
so
you've had
embarrassing because you lose all your inhibitions.
that's right. But that's what alcohol does. It gives you permission to do all these things that you want to do, that you don't feel you can do.
Yeah.
So when we talk about healing, it's sobriety is only part of it. Putting down the drink and learning how to be without the addictive piece of alcohol is only step one. The
Okay.
bigger piece of it is about learning how to give yourself permission to be yourself without alcohol. And that's what people struggle with. They
Yeah.
think they're not going to be fun. They think they're not going to be funny, like we talked about above. They think people aren't going to like them or they're not going to look as attractive. And what we have to do is we have to start to learn how to be authentic because that's what
Yes.
people are truly attracted to.
Yes. Yes. We're taught, be nice, be this, be that, and being authentic, not, just shouting out intrusive thoughts that are inappropriate, but
Right.
being your authentic self is like a high vibrational state of being, by the way.
That's right. And
Yeah.
that will ripple through. And, in my recovery and in my spiritual growth, people have said, you bring a light with you. And it's not because I'm special. It's because I'm tuning into how to connect to other people, how to make them feel good, and, how to not make it about me.
Exactly. Absolutely. All right. Should we jump to the next segment, the last one?
Absolutely.
All right. So this one we called gentle reframe, plus gratitude practice. So go ahead and expand on that. This is your podcast today.
Listen, I love it. I love it when I'm the boss and I get to
I
take
know. You
control.
just go ahead. I'll just lead and engineer.
Okay. So this is just a suggestion. You can really do any of these. You can try any of these. So what you really want to do is, I'm a practicing Buddhist, but even in that, like, I'll use the St. Francis prayer is a really good one for me.
Yeah. Which one is
Where
that?
Yeah, where there is light, where there is darkness, let me bring light. Let me teach to be, let me want to understand instead of being understood. So this
Nice.
is what you need to find. So we came up with one for this, but you need a soft, grounding, loving meditation. Basically what you're going to do, and find what's right for you. If you want to go out into the bracing cold and that makes you feel good, do that. If you want to step into the bathroom and put your headphones in for 5 minutes, do that. But this is just one that is a general, works for all. So what you want to do is you really want to sit down. You want to put your feet on the ground. You want to kind of ground yourself and really
Mhm.
start to feel your breath and do
Nice.
that boxed breathing we've talked about on these shows before. Count your breath. In for 4, hold it, out for 4. So get your breath, get grounded. You can place a hand on your heart if you want to, and then find the words that work for you, whether it's something like, you deserve to experience your own life, or find calmness through these next 2 hours, or I know how uncomfortable you are right now, but we're doing great. And this is such a growth experience. I want to add something because it came up in an interview we did on book tour. And what we were talking about is, when you're healing from a narcissistic relationship, right?
Mhm.
And narcissists can make you feel really, really guilty.
Yes.
And what you want to do is, when you're healing, you can feel a lot of guilt. You can feel a lot of shame. How are they feeling? And
Right.
the idea is to reframe that guilt and shame. So it's like, all right, I feel really guilty right now because I'm not doing what the narcissists want, but this guilt is growth.
Yes.
Don't need to feel ashamed about this guilt. The fact that I feel guilty is growth. So if you are feeling uncomfortable, if anything is triggering you, you are allowed to say to yourself, I'm very uncomfortable, but this is growth for me and I'm going to be okay.
Yes.
So find those words that can ground you and make you feel okay. Go outside, call the person you're going to bookend with. And remember your gratitude. I mean, look at where we are in the world right now. I'm not talking about politics. I'm talking about, there are people that don't have enough to eat right now in
That's
this
right.
country and other countries. There are people who are coming out of war-torn times. There are people who have lost their children this year. And we want to be really grateful that we are above ground, that we have enough to eat,
Yes.
and that we're sober. And that's what matters.
I love that. So, can you give us some closing thoughts for this whole episode about being sober during Thanksgiving? Staying sober,
Um,
not being, staying. Sorry. See, I don't know. I don't think like a recovery person.
So this is what you have to think when you're a recovery person, and it's really awkward at the beginning, but you have to think I'm a spiritual gift of God,
Oh, okay.
You have to thank yourself. You have to say, thank you, like congratulations, you are walking a really difficult road. You may be doing it alone. You have to affirm and say, I am a courageous person for doing this.
Right.
I am healing my body. I am healing my soul. I am healing my mind. I deserve praise for this, even if the people in the room can't give it to me. I know there are other people in the world who will be able to give it to me. And
Yes.
all I can say is if you feel challenged, it's normal. And
Okay.
again, reframe that challenged feeling, that discomfort, to say, this is a beautiful thing I am doing for myself. And it is okay to not feel great about it right now. And if I do feel great about it, good for me. So keep in mind that you're being present, you're being sober, and you're being connected is the best gift you can give to your family and the people around you.
I love that. Well, thank you guys for joining us. If this episode supported you in any way, leave a comment, share with someone who might need it, and subscribe to our channels, The State of Grace Fraga, Reach Out Recovery, and feel free to join my Patreon for more intimate conversations and more comedy content. And you can either join for free, you'll get just some stuff, and then if you want to join as a member, it's only $5.99 a month. You can do a 7-day free trial. And there's all my characters are there, and it's exclusive content that is not anywhere else. So thank you guys for joining us. Any words you want to say? You want to tell our audience before we?
Well, I want you to tell me how to set up the Patreon later, but no, I want to wish everybody a really happy holiday season. If you're
Yes,
feeling lonely, reach out to people. Nurture your heart, nurture your inner child. You're doing great, and we're all going through it. Just know it. We're
absolutely.
all going through it right now. So if you're going through it, you're not alone.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Lindsay. Thank you, everybody, for joining us and staying with us and supporting us. We appreciate you. We love you. And we will see you in